Because at this juncture, we can't ask for more because we have a renowned, personality who's going to address us today, and it's going to be very important event for us because this year we were starting off with a very good start, very kickoff moment for us. So Dr. Sunny is here. We'll be doing a very formal introduction. For that, I would like to request Commander Sai Jayaran, the CEO and founder, to address the gathering and welcome our guests. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Dhanu. You can just uh, close the screen share option for a minute. A very happy New Year to the entire EduBrisk team members present here. I would like to thank Dr. Sunny for being present with us for this on this occasion of the first EduBrisk talk of 2024. Once again, a very happy New Year. Before I introduce Dr. Sunny, I would like to say a few words to all those who are present here. Actually, the education is going towards very similar to medicine, like personalized medicine. So, precision medicine or personalized teaching. The idea is that as teachers, now we are exploring the realm of neuroscience, psychology, and to see how students can be supported in a very, very specific manner, which is suiting to their learning styles and their learning profiles. I'm so happy that I'm here. I have with us Dr. Sunny Kurian, who is a developmental pediatrician, who is also an entrepreneur, a photographer. So EduBrisk is all about integrated learning, connecting different aspects of life to weave a fabric of knowledge. So I don't think we would have got anybody better than Dr. Sunny, who's also an investor and also an advisor to the senior leaders of EduBrisk. So thank you very much, sir, for being present with us. This is an year of scaling where we are scaling to a number of, in terms of the number of students we are supporting, in terms of the number of teachers we are supporting across the world. And we are growing many-fold. And this demands a better coordination, a better quality of team, better customer, yes, better satisfaction for the students and the teachers who are teaching them. So this also requires deep knowledge about team building, deep knowledge about the team dynamics and anticipating the problems that can come in and solving it. Dr. Sunny is, again, not only as a physician, but also as an entrepreneur, has built many teams successfully, big, and has run many businesses successfully. And he'll be able to tell us what to anticipate and how to, how to address this scale up situation with all our might. So thank you very much, sir. And I request Dr. Sunny to inaugurate this in 2024's EduBrisk talk with the idea of how education is becoming very much like personalized medicine and personalized or precision medicine, and how we can build a team of teachers or educationists with this idea. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Commander Saiju. And a very happy New Year to the entire EduBrisk team. I think I have been flattered by the introduction. So anyway, a few bits about myself now. So I've been in the Gulf for 3 odd decades, and I did my basic training in India. I am a pediatrician by profession, by trade. And I dabble, Commander Saiju said, I dabble in a lot of things. So my first, I'll start by describing my story with EduBricks. So it was, I think, 2016 when I first met Commander Saiju. He had come over with a common friend, and he came to me, and I was busy in my practice. And as usual, the curiosity for me was, what's a Navy commander doing with education, And then he impressed me individually as a person. Anyway, so I like the concept of this gentleman who was in a different line earlier, and then he's doing the education. And then we got talking, but he wanted to sell this concept to me, what it was. And being a pediatrician, I was very curious. But we meet a lot of startups, and then I said, let me think over it, and that was the end of the story. And then come COVID and all those things, and there was a lot of changes in my personal life, so business wise, and so time went on, and then I met him again. I think it was post COVID, and then the first thing is that for an institution to survive COVID and be still there, that impressed me. And then we got talking, and what exactly is being done by EduBrisk, I got a fair idea into it, and it immediately struck me that this is very similar to how medicine has evolved. The best example of evolution of medicine for me is when I was a kid. Many of my aunties were involved with medicine. They were either nurses or doctors. So I remember going to a hospital in Chagnasheri where my auntie was a nun and she was the head of nursing. So there was this person carrying a large bowl of a pink colored water. So I was very curious and asked my auntie, what's being carried in that? So she used a Malayalam term. I think those who are Malayalis will understand. എല്ലാ രോഗങ്ങൾക്കും ഒരേ മരുന്ന്. So this is a panacea. This is a cure for all medicines. So I was wondering, this works? Yes, every patient in the ward is given this, and that will take care of the problem. So it was said as a joke, but that was how medicine was. So today, just like everything else, medicine has a totally different facet. So I have come from the old school, and what was taught to me, I think, as with regards to diagnosis and treatment, has taken a 360-degree turn. So I tell my colleagues, if you don't adapt, you are lost. So technology advances. So what has happened today is that it has become very specific. Now, with the advent of DNA sequencing and genomic studies, you can precisely decide which patient is or which individual is going to get which disease at which point of time. And there are biomarkers which show you what sort of effect it's having on your body. Then you can analyze the data, you can specify the treatment, and then plan a treatment for this individual. So it's become that specific. There is no two words that you have to be very, very specific. And people ask you the question, when this medicine is given, what for, and what is the effect, and what's the side effect. So you can't dilly-dally. There is no one liquid for all ailments. So with this in background, I have a personal story with education. I'll tell you. So I have two daughters. Okay, the elder one so I have a 16-year gap. So I want to challenge my daughters that I can still study. I have this feeling that brain is a plastic substance. It's not that education stops at any level. The moment you stop using it, you lose it. So I finished my post-graduation in long time back, I think before many of you were born. And I finished in the late 80s. But I think even Commander Saiju doesn't know this. A month back, I took one more diploma, and that's in geriatric medicine. So I have a diploma in pediatrics, in adolescent medicine, and in geriatric medicine. So for me, I wish I wish I had EduBrisk knowledge or the way to study a few decades back because it's very tough. So I had to burn midnight oil to study. So even education, for that matter, just like medicine, is becoming much easier, much goal oriented, and much more specific. My profession helps me to come across children. So there are children who are brought to me by their parents saying that this person doesn't study at all, he doesn't pay attention in class. So often now in my 4 decades of practice, excuse me, there are kids I thought, what's going to happen to him? I mean, I don't mention that to the parents because there are kids with different abilities. So, and they go to a school and they assess that, okay, this person is no good, or this person is very good, or this person is. So I felt that the way education is done, just like one solution for all ailments, even education is not one solution. So there is something, I have this discussion even before I met Commander Saju. I said that the way we go about it is, I think it requires a tweak. Education as such, we follow a very traditional method of education. But just as in medicine, as I mentioned, I took a 360-degree turn in my own attitude towards that. It was time for education also to take a 360-degree turn, wherein what is the curriculum and what is the effect of that on a kid. COVID taught us one thing, that given the same scenario, a patient or an individual with the same genetic makeup, say you have 3 individuals with almost, say they are brothers, siblings, cousins, the disease on each of them is different. So one person gets a very severe disease and the other person gets a moderate disease, and one person is not affected at all. So there is an entity now, it's not new, added, called epigenetics. Genetics is what you are meant to be, or that's your DNA makeup. But epigenetics, your environment, actually affects how the final outcome. So epigenetics is in our hands. Genetics is not in our hands. So a child, so I am crisscrossing between medicine and education. So here is a child with an inherent potential. Now his inherent potential is X. Say, for example, he's very maths minded, or he's very science minded, or he's very arty. If you try to diagnose him, or if you try to put him in a box with mathematics, he's going to fall short. But if you put him into his forte, he's going to shine like a star. I mean, shine like a star. So what impressed me is that the EduBrisk methodology, or what you can say, the funda that EduBrisk has, where we try to have an individualized method to assess, and it's not one size fit all. The assessment is continuous, and we have data analytical. EduBrisk we analyze data, so it's not that every child is just put into something and then we just leave it at that. And it's not the end of the day the mark that a patient gets. It's continuously monitored, and then based on the feedback that you get, the child's further education, I mean, treatment comes to me as a doctor, but further education can be planned. This is a fantastic idea. And me personally, I endorse that idea because I believe that brain is plastic. We thought that it was only the adolescent and the post-adolescent brain which was plastic. Now we realize an elderly brain like mine can also be plastic, provided it gets the right stimulation. Provided people assess. I wish somebody assessed what sort of brain I have. I think I have a very fickle brain which likes to do many things at one time. I can't focus on one, so I can multitask. So if they'd assessed this, so I should have been given multitask at any given point of time. So people now are able to pinpoint and assess by various tools, education, whether this person is fit for this sort of aptitude, for this sort of learning process or a different. So it's become very specific now. And I think EduBrisk as a model is on the right track. Maybe we were ahead of time. COVID brought us into the right slot because when you sit back, when it was learned from home, people realized that it was not about classroom. It required a one-to-one and an assessment. So parents realized they had 3 kids or 2 kids, almost similar age. No, their learning processes. So parents who didn't have time earlier, realized that the learning process. So now parents themselves are more conducive to the idea that children need to be approached in a different way. So this model that is being developed is having more traction now because parents themselves, teachers have realized, parents have realized that it requires a rethink on the way we are educating. So I'm so proud to be associated with this team of such passionate. I have not met the entire team, but I have met I would call the chief architect, Commander Saiju, his passion. But what impressed me more was the ability for his idea to inculcate into his team and to find a team as passionate as he is. Because as Saiju mentioned, I have dabbled in a few ideas in the Middle East, some of them successful, some of them not so successful. But wherever I was successful, it's always the team. The leader gets the credit, but it's always the team. So you have a vision, you have an idea, the team carries it forward. So I'm so glad that EduBrisk as a team, whom I have met, is as passionate as Commander Saiju, or in some cases more passionate with the whole idea. So each one of them I met. I do constant assessment because being a pediatrician, I meet patients who can't talk. Kids don't talk to me. I don't get information by them talking to me. I get information. So my wife says I have a habit of talking too much. So I just keep talking, and I look for keywords, key observations, key feedback to my suggestions. So just like that, when I interacted with the team, whomever I did, I got a fantastic feedback, which resulted in me from being a primary investor to investing more. Because if the philosophy that is being followed is in tune with the philosophy that you have in your mind, then you have to back it. So not only did I subscribe, I invested more and more. So if you believe in a principle, you invest more. So whenever there's an opportunity for me to be more part of EduBrisk more and more, I will not miss the opportunity. What I'm trying to say is, this is part of a great, great, great idea. Probably even you, the core EduBrisk team, has not realized what a wonderful concept you all have created and carrying it forward. I'm so proud to be that little part in this team. I hope I can be of greater value to this team. You are amazing, and I have had several discussions with Commander Saiju, and my 2 bits of advice, is that what are we going to do for the team? And I think Commander Saiju has great ideas to take the team forward. I myself have a few ideas how to, as I said before, a concept or an idea is only as good as the team. Because if you have an idea and if you don't have the team which believes in the idea and carries it forward, that doesn't work. So I think I've talked enough. I can go on because this idea has really, sunk in my heart. And I believe in the EduBrisk idea. Not only in India now, I think those of you who are involved know that even in the Middle East, this is really caught up, and sky is the limit for EduBrisk. I'm proud to be part of the team. In this new year, I think mine is the first address for the EduBrisk team. I wish the team all success. I want the team to be on the same path and put in that extra effort. I think these are very crucial years because people have started noticing EduBrisk. There is no letdown. We have to take it to a next level because, in this field, Me Too's and copycats will come. So you have to set the limit so high that whatever any concept will be duplicated. But set the level so high that even those who try to duplicate will find it so difficult because you set such a high standard. And I know this team is capable of soaring great heights. And I want to see EduBrisk on the top of that, on that ladder. So I don't want to mention which names we want to compete with or this thing. We want to create a path which others will follow. With these words and with my best wishes to the entire team, I will say goodbye for the moment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for this wonderful talk and also throwing light on how personalized medicine and your experience as a doctor, and also for the kind words of appreciation of what the EduBiz team is doing. I would like to announce some good news that we got from Saudi Arabia a day before yesterday to the entire team, because there's no better occasion than this auspicious, stock series that we have started, and also the beginning of the year. The chief coordinators of both the schools spoke to me day before yesterday evening. That is the new Alvarez International School, Navis, and Al Kosama International School, ACIS. They told that the new Alvarez International School is celebrating their 25th year, golden jubilee now. Silver jubilee, right? Silver jubilee, yeah. Yeah. Sorry?
Silver Jubilee.
Silver jubilee now. They said in the last 25 years, never they have seen this children study so well with respect to the current year. And this is said by none other than the principal, and who has been there for last more than a decade, and the vice principal and the academic director who was there for 25 years, Mr. Peter. So he said that never they have seen students involved so actively in learning. That's because, and the diagnostic test and the inverted pyramid approach of taking tests and finding the gap, and that's studying based on that gap has become such a successful. And in this school, another interesting thing is that this school has many students from Afghanistan and some other part of the country studying the Indian curriculum, because because of financial reasons and things like that, they might have lost their father. So many of them are working from evening 5 o'clock to night 2 o'clock. And then they come back home, sleep, and get up in the morning and come to school. Board exam students. And the school was saying that these board exam students are actually able to study from their workplace, watch the videos, take the tests. And so this is a huge, a school is testifying, a whole school where no connection with us whatsoever other than business. They are telling this is a huge moment for us to cherish. I think many schools are getting the fruits of our labor at this point of time. Another thing which I wanted to again say in the presence of Sunny sir, who's an investor, is that, see, as a company, I would, if I have to rate myself on a scale of 1 to 10 of how we have taken care of the employees, I must say that I have not done a great job, and maybe I may get a mark of maybe 4 out of 10 only, which is not even, in terms of taking care of the human resources, that, and also taking care of your personal needs, personal opportunities for you to study more, opportunities for you to earn more, opportunities for you to interact more. That's because I think money is the oil for any machinery, for especially a startup, which stopped taking funding long time back. It's only last few years, I think Sunny sir is the only person who has come. We stopped taking money from anywhere else, because taking money from investors can actually take us into the wrong direction sometimes, taking it random, without a specific plan. So we stopped that, and we are surviving with the revenue that is coming. But I think that a good company is actually a company which takes care of three things: the company's growth, the investors' growth, and the employees' growth. And of course, when I say company's growth, the customer growth, customer satisfaction is the first thing. Second comes the employees satisfaction, and then the investor satisfaction. So I've been very blessed to have investors who are very kind, who are willing to wait, and they are not asking for instant magic success stories. They know that good companies take time to grow, and they are confident. They have reassured me with their confidence on many occasions. But so are you. Many team members who have reassured me with showing satisfaction in whatever they are getting, despite the fact I know that we can do much more. And this is an effort. And the good part is, it's not just Saiju Aravind who is taking care of that. Mr. Hemant, Mr. Dhanu, Dr. Vipin, and many others, like, there's HODs, Gina ma'am, Swapna ma'am, and many others are a part of this employees welfare and our team building. So I'm sure that even if I astray from the path a bit here or there, I have a very good team to bring it back to the path and run an ethical company. So once again, thank you, sir, for joining us on this New Year day, and to start this Adibris Talk series of 2024. We assure you that we will be working with more commitment and with more belief that yes, education can move more and more closer to the medical science of precision teaching. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to request our team members to of the vote of thanks. So, Hemant, would you like to?
So, thank you, Dr. Sunny, for your kind words and appreciation, as well as a lot of insights regarding your journey in the medical field. And Sayu sir, always thank you for getting the team together and working towards our mission. And one thing we believe is impact is what we matter a lot. Finally, the company needs to create a lot of impact. That's why we are all working together. I think the vision is intact, and next academic year looks very positive for us. The pipeline looks very good. Most likely, we will be cash flow positive too in the next academic year. That's a good thing for an EdTech to have. And also, the EB Talk series is going to be continued. Like every month, we will have a EB Talk series from experts like Dr. Sunny sir. And we'll also have a town hall program like every month for internal team building. Like I just mentioned about everyone's growth, every team member's growth. So every team member will have an opportunity to present their area of interest, which can help the brand scale up. So that kind of town hall episodes will be also happening in the company. So thank you all for your time. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, sir. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
I hope we had taken some group photographs.
Yeah.
We should. I think we should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please put up an extra smile on the face if possible. Show the teeth. Lakshmi ma'am, okay.
Did Sunny sir leave?
Yes, I think he left. Okay. Even the recording you can take.
Yeah.
Kala ma'am, we want to see the teeth a little bit. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.